The sound of silence. 1,225 feet above sea level on the top of Darwen Moor. This is the panoramic view from the top of Darwen Tower across East Lancashire.
The tower stands at 86 feet tall on the top of Darwen Moor, which is 1,225 feet above sea level. The tower was built in 1897 by public subscription to commemorate the Diamond Jubilee of Queen Victoria, and also the freeing of Darwen Moor and opening of public access on the moor the previous year. The moor had been off limits to the public. People couldn't walk up here because it was privately owned and used for grouse shooting. Looking over to the west, you can see Abbey Village just beyond the reservoir with its large mill, which is no longer in use, and beyond Abbey Village the villages of Brinskull and Withnall. Immediately in front of us you can see two reservoirs, Sunnyhurst Hay and Ernsdale Reservoir, which were both built around the turn of the 19th, 20th century to provide drinking water to Darwen. Further off in the distance you can see some smoke, which is the paper mill at Fenniscoles on the edge of Blackburn, and just beyond there on a small hill is a woodland copse, and hidden in the trees is Horton Tower. The trees off in the middle ground is Billinge Wood, which is part of Witton Country Park. Nearly 200 hectares of parkland open to the general public. To the right of there is Blackburn, and you can see Ewood Park, the town centre with the large tower block sticking up, and the Thwaites Brewery where the smoke is coming up. And beyond there, in the far distance, are the fells of the Forest of Bowland. In the near ground you can see Lower Darwen, and just beyond it the M65 motorway, which takes travellers from Preston over to Burnley and Colne. Beyond that is Fishmoor Reservoir and the Royal Blackburn Hospital. Further off in the distance is the Castle Cement Works over at Clitheroe. As you pan round to the right you can see the bulk of Pendle Hill, which is probably one of the most famous landmarks within this part of Lancashire. We're now looking at Darwen, down in the bottom foreground, and the most visible feature in the town really is the large chimney sticking up next to the mill, which is the India Mill chimney. As you look further off into the distance you can see the whole of the sort of Pennines as far as Holcombe Moor and the Peel Tower above Bury. We're now looking over Darwen Moor off to Winter Hill, and on Winter Hill itself is the very famous television mast. It's open all the time, so people can come up here any time of day and wander up to the top and enjoy the spectacular views.